What's up, everyone? In today's video, what we're going to do is go over creating a Google My Business listing. Okay, I'm naming the top 3 reasons why you should be creating a Google My Business listing if you don't already have one. First reason, you're not going to be able to show up on search when people are searching painter near me, painting company, if you don't have a Google My Business listing. Second, people look at reviews. You need to get reviews for your Google My Business listing. Otherwise, people just think you don't have a legit business. The third reason is that it takes up the most real estate on Google when people are searching. Okay, so let me show you. If you go and search painter near me, what you're going to find is first the ads, and then as you scroll down, you're going to see this big old thing here. And what is that called? That's called the Google My Business listing. Okay, so if you don't have this, you're not going to be able to show up here. Then guess what? You're basically going to be invisible. Okay, so now here's what we need to do. We need to get you this listing. Okay, that's the first thing we're going to cover in this video. So let's go back here. So go ahead and go to business.google.com. and it's going to allow you to create your profile. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to put your business name here. Okay, so put your business name and then put your business category. Okay, and then you're going to hit next here. So let's just do this here with you. Let's do, okay, business category. It's going to be painter. Go ahead, click that, hit next. So unless you have a commercial building, let's say you have a spray shop, you have just an office, that's when we can actually get a pin on the map. Okay, a lot of people get this confused, and if you're in a residential area, that still can count sometimes as a pin on the map. But the reason Google's asking this is because they just don't want people to be going to like your home, you know, looking for a service, right? So if you don't have an address, a commercial address, then go ahead and click on no on this one. Okay. Okay. Then you're going to put your service areas. Okay. So let's pick a spot here. Let's say this is all you serve, right? Or let's say you serve multiple areas. Put multiple areas there. Okay. Put the areas that you serve here. Then we're going to hit next. And then here's that's going to want us to put our information in here. So put your phone number. Okay, and then if you have a website, put your website in here. Websites are crucial nowadays, so you need to be able to put your website in here. If you don't have a website, go ahead and create one and then put one in here, okay? So we're just gonna leave that blank for now. And it said this is an invalid phone number. Okay, so now it's going to take us to a place where we need to verify the listing. Okay, so why does Google verify? What's the point of this? The point is that Google just doesn't want random businesses popping up that could potentially be fake, spam, anything like that. So they want you guys to be able to show, hey, this is our address. Okay, so this is where a couple things come into play here. So you need to think about where your business is located. Do you have a commercial address? And second of all, where's all your business documents? Where's the address tied to them? You know, we all got our EIN from the government. Where is that address? Okay. On your certificate of insurance, where is that address tied to? Just a bunch of other things. Any business documents, when you set quotes from, you know, your software, what address is on there? What address is on your website? We want all of those things to be the same. Okay. You can't just get away with, hey, let me just put an address here, address there. Doesn't work that way. I don't think it's ever worked that way, actually. So we need to be able to make sure that we have the same address across everything. Okay. That's the address that you will be putting here. So for example, let's say you're just running your business out of your house, and then you have all your business documents, insurance, all that is tied to the house. It's all the same across. Perfect. Use that address. Now, if you have a different address for your EIN, a different address for your insurance, a different address for this, you're going to need to take a look at that, consolidate, and pick one address that you think is going to be best. Okay. Now, I will show you something here. So keep in mind, when you're talking about ranking in a certain area, right? So you want to rank your business. Okay. This is Albuquerque. This is where I live. So let's say that you want to service all of Albuquerque, which is what you're seeing here. Let's say you want to service all of Albuquerque. right? And then you're like, oh, but Nate, I also want to rank in Rio Rancho. I also want to head over here to Bernalillo County and rank here. You're like, I want to be everywhere here. Great. The strategy is going to be different if you want to rank in all of these areas versus just this area here, right? So when you look at your address and where you want to consolidate or where your house is, or think about a couple of things here, okay? The first thing to really think about is if you want to service a certain area of Albuquerque, this is a pretty big area here, you have to think about the distance between your Google My Business address, okay? So the address that we just talked about here. Go back over here, this address, okay? The reason is because the Google My Business listing ranks realistically between about 10 to maybe 15 miles from your address, okay? And the reason is because of a few different things. One is proximity. So when someone searches painter near me, painter your city, it looks for like the centroid of the city, and it does a whole ranking algorithms. How many reviews do you have? How quick or how consistently are you posting? Does your business actually have a website? When they search your business online, is it the same website, the same phone number, the same address, or is it a million different things that Google has no idea about? So I'm gonna bring it down and give you one example here. So if you come to me, you're like, Nate, I want to rank in this entire area. Okay, great. We better have a Google My Business listing, probably right in the middle somewhere. And then it also needs to be a killer listing. We need to have a couple hundred reviews on there. And we need a fully built out website with all of these different areas on there to provide signals to Google, okay? Now, if you're like, Nate, I want to target here, right in the middle of Albuquerque, but I'm actually based in the South Valley and my listing is right here, but I want to show up for everywhere over here. Sorry, that's not how it works. So the next best thing for you to do is, optimize your South Valley listing, your Google My Business listing, the address that you have here, and then create another location. So get a little commercial spot, figure out a way that you can get an address within the city that you want to target, and then we can start to build up this Google My Business listing, okay? So might get your wheels turning here. You might be thinking, oh, why don't I just open like a bunch of these? You can, but at the end of the day, you have to justify these locations to Google, right? So you need to have insurance, you need to have, if it's a commercial area, you need to have just a bunch of different stuff that goes into like actually building, having a place that you can say like, hey, this is an actual place here, utility bills, all that good stuff, okay? So it's not just something you can, snap your fingers and then you get a bunch of listings. So, anyways, I wanted to go in this little deviation because this is really, really important. And I think people get this like wrong a lot of the times here. So on its most basic level, you want to have your Google My Business listing, okay? If your business is located at your home and your home is not in the ideal area, it's better than nothing. Get it verified, get it going, and start just dominating the rankings between a 5, 10, 15 mile radius, okay? That might be like, over here on the east side, okay? The southeast side here. And then you can continue once you are dominating this area. All right, Nate, I want to go over here. I want to go over here. I want to go over here. Okay. Because this is going to be an investment. It's not going to be something you turn something on and then next month you're ranking and you're generating like all kinds of cash, right? So it's a process, but it can be done. First step though is get your Google My Business listing and then optimize it. Okay. So let's go back to this. So here is the address. You're going to want to put your address in here. So let me just put an address here. Okay, let me just put a little address in here, okay? So it also, read what it says here. The address you provide here will be hidden from the public, so it's not going to be a pin on the map. It's going to be service area business. And it says post office boxes are not eligible, okay? So let's go to next. Okay, so this is the verification options. So typically you will not get this phone verification. This is the best type of verification possible because it means you can just verify the listing right away, and you just get a text. They'll literally call your phone or text you, and they'll give you a code. You submit that code and then it's verified. Okay. Now the other way is a business video. So business videos, you got to show your house, your equipment, your tools. This is literally just for verification purposes, and there's no one behind, the video watching it. Okay. This is like an algorithm type of thing. So we have to keep that in mind when we're submitting the video and not get like frustrated if it doesn't get accepted the first time. It's not someone behind there, it's literally a software tool that's checking all this stuff. And a lot of what they do is they check also the video, but they check the business documents, right? Do a scan of your website, and if they see your business is associated with all kinds of different addresses, it probably won't get verified, okay? But once you submit the code and say verify, it'll say, okay, listing is verified. And then once you have your verified listing, it's going to show up in your listings just like this. Okay, so you'll see this is the test company here, and then it'll say manage profile here. But that's how you basically create the listing. Okay, so now the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go in and update and optimize the listing. Okay, so that was just getting the listing verified and getting the listing up and running. Okay, so a couple things that you're going to run into that you should know kind of right away. Okay, so first you have to have your address. It has to have an address. If you don't have an address, you cannot get a Google My Business listing. You need to verify the listing. So the listing either is going to be verified through phone or business video. That's just what they're doing nowadays. Third, if you want to strategically possibly move your business address, that's something you need to consider before you go into this whole verification process. Okay. Now, once the video is verified or the listing is verified, it's extremely important to optimize the listing. Okay. So that's where we're going to get into the next video here. So in the next video, we're going to go into optimizing the listing, and there's multiple angles, multiple levels of optimization. And we're going to show you the first things that we do. So click on the next video here. It'll show you how to optimize your Google My Business listing. And then we'll continue that and carry on this series here until we have a fully built out and optimized Google My Business listing. All right, guys. Thank you. This was Nate, Freshcoat Marketing. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, drop a link, drop a comment below, subscribe. Please, I'm trying to grow the channel. Subscribing, like the video, helps a ton. If you guys got any value from this, please like and subscribe. Other than that, see you guys in the next video.